Well, several issues. The most pressing was a hip pain, hip impingement. I was told actually that there was some deformity in the hip joint, um, and I haven't been able to address it properly. A little bit of a knee pain, a meniscus strain, maybe even a slight tear. I was told from an MRI, and that's related to the hip because of a kick out of the right foot and basically improper gait mechanics stemming from the hip or the other way around. I'm not sure. And other injuries, but this is a major one. Lower back, shoulder, mostly on the right side.
Got it. And how long have you been having all these issues?
Since early 20s. Hip more recently, but early 20s. Back, late 20s, shoulder, early 30s, hip and knee.
Right. And what did you try before coming into Hyperarch Fascia Training for these issues?
All sorts of physio, a scoliosis program, and functional patterns, but only a month or two prior to starting to work with you.
Got it. So when you look at our messaging on social media, what made sense to you and what made you want to try?
Well, I had previously looked into fascia, which is kind of what led me to functional patterns because they advertise fascia training more vocally than you are. At least they're more popular on the internet. But then your messaging just included a better explanation of how perhaps a better conveyed understanding of fascia and also dissections in clinical trials, which I hadn't seen elsewhere. So there was clear evidence behind what you were doing. And it made most sense to me that it starts from the foot, which not to belittle other programs, but I thought, well, your whole movement connection to the ground starts from the foot, so it makes sense that you start addressing things from the foot. And that was also something that I wanted to work on specifically, given the knee and hip issue. I always thought that there's something to do with the foot.
Got it. And how was your journey like? Like what week did you start to see improvement and what week, all the problems start to go away?
Maybe week 4, there was a significant improvement in the hip because I would get hip pain even from walking.
Right.
And towards the end of this program, I had in week 10 or so, I walked for about 6-7 miles with barefoot shoes on concrete with a 20-pound backpack on, and my hip was like, maybe I want to give you a little bit of problems, but no, not really. Well, that was a very notable improvement. And in terms of other parts of the journey, I did notice there was obviously a progression in terms of the duration of the Hyperarch hop, for instance, and elsewhere. But towards, I think it was about week 7 or 8 that I had a breakthrough of sorts, and I started feeling glutes. And I think everything has turned in the right direction from there. And I've noticed other changes, like I've decreased the amount of training that I do in terms of I box, so I've stopped, per your advice, sparring. But in terms of speed, agility, and power, is just sort of felt on the heavy bag. There's a notable improvement as of the last maybe 2 weeks, which I think is going to keep heading in that direction.
Got it. And what do you feel now on the elevated toe curls?
On the elevated toe curls, there's still work to be done on the right side, which is still dominated of sorts by the soleus or whatever the area is below the calf, but that's where I had an injury. However, I do feel the glutes and hamstrings and on that side as well. Even though I had no feeling of that in the beginning. On the left side, it's mostly glute and hamstrings.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big change now. Great. And last question is, how would you describe HFT to someone who has not tried it before, in your own words? There's no right or wrong answer.
In my own words, it's the only thing that makes sense to me, basically. It just, if you want to move your body as one rather than disjointed, isolated parts that don't work together well, I think that's the way to go.